I want to get into the Yankees a little bit. A few announcements from them this week. They signed right-handed pitcher Darren O'Day, and I think biggest news coming that Tanaka will be leaving the Yankees. Obviously, a great player for them the past few years. And before I get your opinion on it, they've also had a lot of pitching changes this year, and their rotation is going to be a group of guys, most of which have not played in a few years, and most of which are coming off of surgery. And it's a lot of questions, and a lot of people are looking to Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone for answers. And we have a soundbite of Aaron Boone talking about that new look pitching rotation.
Obviously, we did as much due diligence as we can. We understand, some of the risks that come with it, but we're also incredibly excited about what we think they can be. And I think, if it goes well, and that's the expectation at their best, these are guys that you can, turn to in a postseason situation and match up against other great pitchers. So we know what they're capable of. We feel like from a health standpoint, they come in a very good situation. And I'm excited to see. I'm really excited that they're part of our staff.
So, Chris, are you as positive as Aaron Boone is in this rotation? Do you have as much hope in what they're able to achieve, assuming that they're all healthy?
I've been a longtime critic of Yankee rotations. I think that they have fallen short of putting together the right group of pitchers. Obviously, Garrett Cole went a very long way to solving that, gave them a true ace, which they had lacked for a bit of time there. I think Boone is right. I like what the Yankees are going to put together in terms of pitching this year. You could certainly question whether or not it's enough to compete with perhaps a National League team that's going to run out much better starters. But this is a pretty good rotation, and I think he's right that Kluber and Taillon give you something in the playoffs as a team that's thinking about the playoffs. But then just to look at what this group has already, beyond Cole, I like Jordan Montgomery, the lefty, a lot. Domingo Germán has turned in good stuff for them, Davy Garcia. So I think there's some promise there, even Jonathan Loáisiga, right? So there's a little bit of depth there. That's 7 guys right there, the 5 that I just mentioned. And now Taillon and Kluber, maybe they have something else to do still. They got Darren O'Day to help out the bullpen. You really never know what Brian Cashman has brewing. He may have more. I think he does. Like I said, with the Dodgers, I think both these teams probably have more to do in a slow moving market, but I'm actually pretty high on the Yankee rotation.
And maybe it's because I'm a Red Sox fan, but I'm a little nervous for them because the Yankees have been throwing their, putting all the cards on the table on this next man up mentality. People are going to get injured, and we're going to bring up these people from our farm team, and we're going to be fine. We have such a good lineup. We brought in Eric Cressey, who's this, guru of player health performance. But what has that done for them? I mean, they suffer from injuries every year. Aaron Judge is a prime example. You're not getting full seasons out of these players. And when you look at who they have lined up for those 5 starting positions, almost all of them, with the exception of Garrett Cole, are coming off some major injury, under rehabbing, and a few people, it's just, there's a lot of question marks. Severino, we don't even know when he's going to be back. I mean, he's
right.
June or July. So I think there's a lot of question marks, but I will give them the benefit of the doubt. Like you said, I think bringing Jameson Taillon from Pittsburgh was a good move. I think that's going to be Corey Kluber as well. I think that's also, he's obviously a 2-time Cy Young Award recipient, so it never hurts to bring one of those into your rotation. So hopefully a better, a strong rotation for the Yankees. And I do think there's still one left-handed hitter. I mentioned this earlier. I still think they need another lefty in their lineup. They're one lefty away from having a contending roster all around. But still, for the Yankees, I think they'll compete. I think they'll compete, assuming all goes well and that their pitchers are able to stay healthy.
Yeah, and the LeMahieu thing was obviously enormous. They needed to bring him back. There was no scenario where he wasn't going to be in their lineup, or, I mean, if it was going to happen, it was going to be a big problem for them because they need his bat in that lineup. It's a power-heavy lineup, and he balances them out really nicely. I obviously think the Yankees are going to be favorites to win the American League East, with Tampa Bay making some subtractions. So this is this is, as we've said, in the Mets Yankees segment, as we've been saying now for some time, a lot of promise for New York baseball next year. I'm really hopeful that we're going to get some very good New York baseball. And I hope, and I've said this also, I hope we get a chance to go to some baseball fields, go to the park, and enjoy a day outside.
Here's hoping that.